Chasing the rabbit, down we must go. Where does it end? Nobody knows.
If a volcano erupts in Russia and nobody blames the US military, did it even happen, or was it just classified? They say earthquakes are caused by tectonic stress. Same. I haven't slept in 6 years, and I still haven't accidentally blown up a fault line. Yet. Directed energy weapons don't trigger eruptions. They just vibe really hard near strategic fault lines for no reason. Total coincidence. Just like your ex texting you during Mercury retrograde. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who believe the earth is random and chaotic, and those who have noticed that chaos tends to favor powerful agendas. Recently, a powerful earthquake shook a remote region of Russia, and shortly after, a volcano erupted. Geologists say it's all natural. The media says nothing to see here. But if your intuition is still intact, you probably feel what I feel. Something's off. Today we're going to ask the question you're not supposed to ask. Was this really Mother Nature? Or was it a man-made tremor disguised as one? Let's give the mainstream view its due. Yes, earthquakes can and do trigger volcanic eruptions, especially when magma chambers are already under pressure. And yes, Russia sits along several known tectonic zones, including the Kuril-Kamchatka Trench and surrounding fault lines. So scientifically speaking, this could be normal. But here's where it gets interesting. The energy release of even a moderate earthquake is measured in gigatons. You're talking about something that can't be casually created, unless, of course, you're playing with the type of energy we don't openly admit exists. Directed energy weapons are not a conspiracy theory. They're listed in military contracts. They've been used to take down drones, fry electronics, and allegedly start fires in ways that don't match any natural pattern. So here's the question. If you had the ability to send focused energy from space into the crust of your geopolitical opponent's territory, wouldn't that be the perfect weapon? No debris, no missile trails, no overt active war, just seismic chaos and plausible deniability. If a volcano erupts and it looks natural, no one's going to call Article 5. Let's talk about paperwork. U.S. Patent 4,686,605. Method and apparatus for altering a region in the Earth's atmosphere. Filed in the 80s, not science fiction. HAARP, High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, long accused of manipulating the ionosphere. Officially shut down or rebranded. Noticing a trend there? DARPA's Geoengineering initiatives, frequently researching electromagnetic Earth-penetrating tools, always framed as for research purposes only. But if the tech exists to influence weather, atmosphere, and energy distribution, then targeting a fault line with a resonant frequency weapon isn't that far-fetched. Let's zoom out. Russia is actively resisting NATO influence. U.S. foreign policy is heavily invested in destabilizing regions that defy global order structures. Natural disasters make great cover stories, and nothing unites public sentiment like disaster sympathy until the dust clears and sanctions roll in. If you're running a covert operation and you want to create disruption without a trace, what's better than using the Earth itself as your weapon? And if you can deny it convincingly, you never fired a shot. Whenever something like this happens, ask yourself, were there unusual weather patterns or colored skies before the event? Any military satellite alignments or power grid shifts around the epicenter? Was the media response suspiciously fast and unified, reinforcing a natural disaster narrative before full analysis was complete? And here's a big one. Did the disaster give strategic leverage to a country already under pressure? If it did, you're not looking at chaos. You're looking at chess. Reflection questions. Why are we taught to trust geologists but never ask who funds their research? If technology has advanced far beyond public knowledge, why assume warfare hasn't? What's the line between natural disaster and quiet domination? Look, I'm not saying the US military beamed a volcano into erupting. I'm just saying we shouldn't rule out what we've already built in secret. There are no accidents when the global game is this coordinated. There are only moves, and those who notice them. Today's affirmation. I trust my gut, I question what I'm told, and I do not fear the fire because I've walked through worse. And if anything happens to me, it's more than a convenient accident. I didn't do it myself. I'm happy, healthy, and cautious.
Hurry up now, we're running out of time.